Welcome back to Cabin View Firewood. My name is Nick and thanks for joining me today. So what I want to focus on today is an update review on the F250. I get quite a few questions from you guys about that truck and some of the options that I chose for it. Now, I primarily use that for the firewood business. So we do a lot of hauling with it, a little bit of towing with it, and we're actually going to get into some more heavy towing in about a month or two, because I'm going to start taking the excavator out onto some jobs. So I want to get some more seat time in that first before I take it out on the road. But like I said, that'll be coming up in about a month or two. Now, before we get started with today's content, I just want to give you guys a friendly reminder. If you are a subscriber to the channel, make sure that you're hitting that notification bell. I don't always know when I'm going to be able to make a video and publish it. You know, sometimes it's once a week, sometimes it's twice, maybe even 3 times a week. I just have a lot of other stuff going on in my life right now. Wouldn't say this is a priority by any means. This is more, fun for me than anything else. But, I still like bringing you guys content, how the firewood business is growing, the equipment that we run around here, any property maintenance that we have going on. I've got a couple big projects lined up for this spring and this summer. So we're going to have a lot of good content coming out. So if you're a new subscriber, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. It almost seemed like as soon as January 1st hit, YouTube kind of reset and stopped pushing our content quite as much. I noticed that with a lot of channels. We not that long ago hit that 2,000 subscriber mark. We're just over 100 videos published. So, I am still a very, very small channel in the gigantic YouTube universe. But like I said, I really enjoy doing this and bringing you guys all the firewood content that we provide. So let's get to it. I want to finish loading up the truck. I'm going to take maybe 1 or 2 more buckets and the truck should be loaded up, and then we're going to go drop this off. I'm actually taking this out to my mom's house. I want to start to get the woodshed filled back up so it's ready to go for next year. Let's get to it. I'd say it's a pretty full load, so let's hit the road. All right, we got everything unloaded and stacked. It was just this half of the bay here. So these are two 8-foot bays. So we've got, I don't know, close to a half a cord, not quite. I didn't have the truck bed completely stacked. You have to heap these 6-foot beds up pretty good to get a half cord in there. So, but this truck doesn't even know you're hauling a half cord. It actually got slightly better fuel mileage on the way out here. So I gained 1/10 of a mile per gallon with almost a half cord of firewood in the bed. So we're gonna head on out and talk a little more about this on the way home. All right, I am back from that firewood delivery. So let's go over, we're going to start with just going over the main options on this truck that I got. I'm not going to go fully into detail because I've done that in previous videos. So I just want to touch on the main features, answer the frequently asked questions I got, and let you guys know how this has worked out so far as a work truck for our firewood business. So this is a 2024 F250 XL, so the base trim package. I got the smallest of the V8s, the 6.8 liter V8, but because of that, I went with the 430 axle ratios because I wanted to boost the towing capacity on this truck. So that bumped it up to 16,600 pounds. Also has really good payload capacity at just over 3,800 pounds. Got your snack, buddy? Okay. Yep, your truck's over there. So we're going to talk about the suspension here in a minute, getting into that good payload capacity. But the first main feature I want to go over is the XL off-road package. I specifically wanted the 33-inch off-road tires. I like the look of it, and I can get, I'm into the woods quite a bit when I'm picking up firewood. So it's nice to have those tires on this truck. You'll also get some skid plates, the electronic locking rear diff, and the much smaller front diffuser, which I think looks really nice. To add to the look of the truck, I went with the chrome package. I wanted more of a traditional look to this truck, and I think it looks really nice with the blue paint. So the off-road package, the chrome package. The other big thing I wanted to do was get as much towing and payload capacity as I could out of this truck. So I ended up getting the camper prep and the snowplow prep. And what that does is it adds a stiffer spring to the front. You get the overload leaf in the rear. And then I also got the 10.5 GVWR upgrade. So like I said earlier, 16,600 pounds of towing capacity, just over 3,800 pounds of payload. Now, because of the camper and snowplow prep and the stiffer spring that you get because of that, it raises the front end of this truck. So this truck was almost perfectly level when I picked it up. And I don't like that look. I wanted more lift in the rear. I wanted that rake in the truck. That only helps out when you have a heavy load in the back. So I added, shortly after I got it, I added the Tremor lift block. So there's the lift block right there. The lift block that comes standard is 2 inches. The Tremor lift block is 3¼ inches. So I added 1.5 inches of lift to the rear of this truck. You do not have to replace the shocks when you do that. The kit was pretty inexpensive. I think I paid $250 for it. I got it from CJC Off-Road. So I also have a full video on that lift kit. So if you want to go check that out, I will put a link to that one at the end of this video. But I did that block kit, and then I also upgraded the shocks to the Bilstein 5100s. But like I said, you do not have to do that. So there's the 5100s in the front. And can we see them? Yeah. 5100s in the rear. So as far as a work truck for the Firewood business, this has been absolutely fantastic. I like having a more basic truck. I haul with it quite a bit. I've done a little bit of towing with it. I have a 14-foot iron bowl dump trailer, 14K dump trailer, and that holds exactly 1 quart of firewood loose dumped. It has 2-foot sides on it. And then coming up very soon, we're going to get into some much heavier towing because I'm going to be taking the KX033 out to some jobs. That weighs just over 8,000 pounds. My dump trailer, my iron bowl dump trailer, just down the driveway there, that weighs almost 5,000 pounds. So we're really going to put this truck to the towing test once we get into that. And I'll probably do that in, I don't know, maybe another month or two. Because the next thing I'm going to do, actually the first project I'm going to do with that is a little driveway expansion here. I need to widen this driveway out. So it's actually going to be the very next video. Let me jump inside because that is where there's 2 things I don't like about this truck. Both of them are inside. One of them is just a dislike. The other thing is something that's actually not working properly. So the thing I don't like is the driver's seat. There's no height adjustment. I don't know why that is not standard on any car or truck nowadays. You almost think it would be a safety feature, but not being able to adjust the ride height is kind of a pain. It's nothing earth-shattering, but it would be nice to be able to change that height. The thing that's not working, I found my keys here. All right, let's put on, I'll just put the auxiliary power on here. I'll show you guys what's not working properly. So I have had non-stop issues with this sync system. This is the 8-inch screen, and what happens is after being in the truck for 10-15 minutes, this screen will just go completely black. You'll lose everything that you have on the screen. It still stays powered on. The radio will stay on. If you add navigation up, you still actually, I don't know if it still gives you the voice or not. I think it still gives you the voice command, but you can't see anything that's on the screen. So, and from what I understand, that is a pretty common problem with this sync system. I don't think there's a great fix for it. I think that all they would do is replace it with a new one, and that one may or may not do the same thing. So that has been the one gripe I've had with this truck. It seems like there is a lot of issues with this generation of sync, but I will get this into the dealership soon, hopefully get that addressed and not have any more problems with it. If I do, I'll have to consider getting something aftermarket. All right, another one I get a lot of questions on is the tonneau cover. So this is the Truxedo Low Pro. I have had these on several trucks and they are fantastic. Very good quality covers. I have this thing rolled up probably once a week, which is why I went with a soft tonneau cover. I did not want a hard cover that was going to block any of my bed because I use this entire bed quite a bit. So being able to roll up nice and tight against that back window was a must. You just have the one trigger to release it. Rolls up nice and easy, goes back on nice and tight. Good strong Velcro along each side. So definitely one of the covers that I highly recommend if you want a soft tonneau cover. And then the running boards, I get a lot of questions on. These are the Go Rhino Slim. I think they're the Slim Bullet. They have like the bullet pattern in them. They snug up nice against the truck. They don't stick out very far at all, but they still give. I have 3 kids, and the kids can still get in very easily. There's plenty of running board to get a good grip on. when you're stepping into the truck, but I did not want something that stuck out or way low either. I didn't want to hurt the ride height. But you can see you still get a full step on that. So I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to go over. If I missed anything or you guys have any additional questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Oh, the one thing I did miss is fuel mileage. So right now I'm averaging just under 12 miles per gallon around town. Most of my driving is backcountry roads. I live in central Pennsylvania, so it's pretty hilly around here. So take that into consideration when I'm giving you these fuel mileage numbers. But my around town numbers are about 11.7 to 11.8. When I'm on the highway, I will get anywhere from 13 to 14, depending on the wind. I have not gotten over 14 miles per gallon. And that is pretty much all because of the 430 axle ratio. If you have the 373, you will get, I'm sure you'll get a little bit over that, but I have not been able to get over 14 miles per gallon on the highway with this truck. So, but I think that is, I'm not unhappy with that. I think that's pretty common for any of these heavy duty gas powered trucks. So, all right, guys, I think that is going to just about wrap things up for today. We are actually going to roll right into the next project, and that is finally doing some work with the Kubota KX033. So I gave you guys a sneak peek of this on a previous video. Right now, I want to start cutting this driveway a little bit and widen this out. I need some more parking space. So stay tuned. The next episode, we're going to be doing some work with the Kubota. All right, guys, I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you on the next one.